address you guys. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Kilapile. Like, I'm tired. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is zaahndile.mhlonga. A lot of people call me Za, but because we are now friends now, you can also call me Za. Thank you so much for allowing me the pleasure to infiltrate your spaces in the coolest way possible. If it is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel. We are currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. Even saying that feels like such hard work because I have not done that this year. Happy New Year, guys. Like, Happy New Year. I know it's like I'm recording this on the 2nd of March, and I think, you see, the Christmas tree is still up because that is how life has just been going. That is just how life has been going. Guys, I need a drink. I need a drink, okay? And I'm going to drink Coke on this cup. So cheers, Mgani. Cheers. Cheers. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Happy New Year, guys. Officially, this is my first video of 2020. What year is it even? Ooh, happy. All right. Okay, so cheers, Mgani. So I'm going to be drinking my Coke. I'm going to be drinking Coke because I'm not drinking this year. Yeah, guys, so this is basically a life update, and I'm just going to get into it and just let you guys in on what has been going on in my life. How have I been? How has the family been? A lot of you guys have been reaching out to me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook to be like, hey, why are you active here? But then you've abandoned us on YouTube and for the most part, I've ignored a lot of you guys. And just because and that is what pushed me to actually sitting down today and filming this video, because I feel like you guys deserve a proper explanation, because I just disappeared on you guys without an explanation. So this is my explanation. Before I start explaining anything, I'd like to apologize to everyone who looks forward to watching my videos on YouTube. I know that it's not a lot of you guys, but the people that watch my vlogs, they watch them from start to finish and they interact with my content and all of that, and I appreciate all of you guys so much. And I'm really sorry that I have not been putting out content. 2025 was a difficult year for me because when they say terrible twos are terrible, they're lying, because they're horrific. I think last year parenting showed me flames in a way that I didn't anticipate, and so it was so hard. It was very hard showing up for myself, showing up for my family, and showing up for my child. I feel like last year my child tested me in ways that I can't even explain. It was just so hard navigating life and just being present in motherhood, because it demanded so much out of me, and I found myself crashing out so much. And if you are a consistent follower of my content, you know that I crashed out so much last year. And I think the reason why I intentionally that I decided to intentionally cut out on alcohol is because I feel like last year it helped me cope. Like, I'll come back from church and I'll be drinking a glass off, because it felt like so overwhelming. Or I'll be like doing chores and I'll be all right. Guys, my phone space was trying to sabotage me, but anyways, and I spoke so much. Guys, my phone had already cut for a very long time. As you can see, I was busy drinking, and I was drinking for nothing because I was not saying anything to you guys. Anyways, the reason why my drink is going down so fast, it's because I struggle talking lately. I have issues when I speak. I get tired easily, so you guys have to bear with me. I think I'm a little bit slow when I speak also, and I'm blocked, which is something that has been going on for a while now. And I told myself that one day when I feel better, I'll do the sit down. I'm not feeling better, as you can hear, but I feel like it has been pressing for me to do the sit down because I want to honor the people that have been faithful to this channel and the people that have supported me from the beginning of this channel, because I appreciate you guys so much. And I think it is weird of me to just wake up and decide to abandon everything without telling you guys what is going on. So I I don't know where I was or where I last was recorded at, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to treat this as a brand new video, you know, so you guys can get the full context of everything. So 2025 was a difficult year for me. It was so challenging. Motherhood showed me the biggest flames because with motherhood, when you think you have gotten the hang of it, another phase of motherhood unlocks, and now you're back to square one. You're clueless and you know nothing, you know. And so this is why I always like telling people that you're an amazing mom. You just don't realize it yet, you know, and you only realize it once you've passed that phase. Like how now that I'm going through toddler stage, I'm like, wow, the newborn phase was better because I've survived it, you know what I mean? And one day I'll say the toddler phase was better than this other phase that we are in because I've survived the toddler phase, you know what I mean? So for me, I was sleep deprived. I consistently felt like I needed to pour out from an empty cup because my child demanded so much of my time, my attention, and every other thing. And I think what made the experience worse was the fact that I was also physically not okay for the most part of last year. I would hint to you guys that I'm not okay and, you know, this and this is happening here and there, but I never went deep into how much it was affecting me. I think there was a time where I was too sick to, even when I took a pregnancy test, you guys, the other time, I was going through so much. Like, I couldn't even wake up. It was so scary because it's like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? And all these illnesses are very weird and they're not even interlinked to one specific thing. And even when you seek medical clarity, there's not much that you are told, you know what I mean? And so at this point, it's just, you know, we're going to give it to God and we're going to pray about it and God is going to help us, you know, and yeah, that is all. So in terms of us as a family, we're good. We're okay. As a family, we are well. I also think with family dynamics, I think similarly to parenthood, right? Situations happen and you're good, you're not good, but if you understand why you are in it, you'll push through whatever obstacles you guys are going through. I think one of the hardest phase that we had to go through as a family in 2025 was when we were in the process of moving from where we used to stay. We were so unhappy and we wanted to move to a bigger place. And when God made that happen for us, my husband lost his job and we are staying in a single income household. So if my husband is not getting paid, nothing is going to happen in this house, you know what I mean? So it was quite challenging in a sense that, like, it felt like, oh my gosh, so what are we going to do? Because we just signed a lease to move into what looked like our dream home at the time, and now it's like, oh my gosh, now there's no work, so there's no income that will come in, you know what I mean? And my husband is a very prayerful person who believes so much, which is something that I really admire about him. I admire his faith because he reassured me that, you know what, don't worry, like, something is going to come out. And even in the waiting season, there was never a period where we went to bed hungry. There was never a period where we didn't have money for rent or anything like that. And I think that is why some of you guys couldn't even pick it up, because God covered us so much in that time. I think I always look at the videos that I made at the time, and I saw one where I was saying my husband has not eaten the whole day, and that's just because at the time my husband was literally like fasting, and it was just such a difficult period. Hey, it was so difficult, and fortunately for us, it came to pass. But it was literally like, oh my God, what in the trial and tribulations is going on here? You know what I mean? And so in December, I think because I want to give you guys a summary of everything and just make sure that the video is not as long, but I cover most parts so you guys can have a clear idea of what has been going on, you know. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna do that a lot because like I said, I don't even know how to explain it, but so in December we had my child's birthday. We went to my mother's house, we came back home, we celebrated Christmas, and then we went to my husband's homestead, and then we came back, we celebrated New Year's, right? When we went home in December, this part made me cry on the other footage that didn't make it through. So when we went home, my brother was doing a ceremony where a remembrance ceremony for my mom and my dad, and the vlog is still going to come if you guys will allow me. Right, we're going to talk about that at the end of this video. So we went home to do that, and for me, I grew up at my mother's house. I grew up there. I had the best moments of my life there, and I also experienced the worst moments of my life. And so going home for me always requires so much out of me, and every time I go home I literally feel like I need about 2 months to sit and be by myself and digest everything, and then I can go on and conquer the world, because it is emotionally draining in a way that I can't explain to someone who has never gone through what I've gone through, you know what I mean? So it's just that thing, if you see me and I've just came back from my mother's house and I'm busy smiling, I'm pretending to you because my heart is shattered into pieces in a way that I can't comprehend, in a way that I can't even pen down and say this is how it makes me feel and all of that. And so going home, seeing all of those people, the tents and everything, it just, it was so, I don't even know how to explain it. Like I said, it's so difficult to explain, but it's just so triggering. And so that is one thing that also happened that just made me feel like, oh my goodness, like, wow. You know. And then we came back home. When we came back home, we celebrated Christmas, and then we went to my husband's home as well, and they were going to host Imbelego for Endley, right? And of which was such a beautiful ceremony. It was so nice, it was so lovely, everything happened really well. And that's also another vlog that is still going to come, you guys, and you guys are going to see everything that happened, right? And so for me, it felt like everything was just and like I said, after going home I need to woosa, right? So I didn't get a chance to do that. And also when you go to your in-laws, to a certain extent, you also need to perform because it's like there's that expectation from you, you know what I mean? So I just felt like life was just moving so fast for me, and all of that happened at the same time. And the knock at the back of my head happened on the 31st of December when we were coming back home, right? And as we were coming back home, I don't even know if I should say to you guys we had an accident or we almost had an accident. But what I can say to you guys, because even in that vlog that you will still watch, right, you will not even understand what happened, because as I was editing it, I'm like, hey, what in a riddle is this? You know what I mean? But also sometimes when you are traumatized, you don't know, you really can't, articulate things really well. You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened, but there was a situation with the car and the tires and the rims, and at some point the car wasn't burning, but the tires were burning, and the tire on the side that I was sitting on, basically. And I think there was a point where I even said, is it burning again, or I just have that smell on my nostrils? And guys, it was definitely burning again. And so we were stuck on the road for about, because guys, we left KZN around 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and we only came back home, like arrived here, because when I was taking a shower, it was 5:43 to 1 time, you know what I mean? So yeah, we literally arrived midnight here. So it was just that thing, yo, I don't know, for me, I always feel like when things like that happen, right, and it's like, oh my god, like you are dependent on someone to come and save you, and you sort of like can't save yourself. It just feels like I don't like being in a situation like that. I don't like being in a situation where I feel helpless and I feel hopeless. I feel trapped. I feel useless, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, so that day literally annoyed me, and it just bored me to the core. And so I just felt like, oh my goodness, like Nyagoa, and that's it, you know what I mean? And yeah, and then 2026 began, but it began like that. So it was like, it's either we choose to make that the theme of our 2026, or we look past it and we're like, okay, this was the horrible start, but we're still hopeful that the year is going to go amazing, right? And I made the choice, this year is going to be amazing. You know, I'm going to make sure that I pull whatever strings I need to pull in to ensure that this year is going to go great, right? So because we are a solution-oriented family, and I think this has been a conversation that we hinted with you guys, but I didn't take you guys' words when we were busy doing this. So last year around June, July, me and my husband started looking for schools for our child. And so the reason why we started so early is because my husband is very organized, and he's someone who likes order and who likes preparing and whatnot. So we looked for schools around the area that we stay in, because for me, I think the biggest reason why I was against my child going to crash before she could properly articulate or communicate her feelings herself, whatever, right, was because I didn't want a situation where it's like I don't even understand what it is that you're complaining about, and sometimes like she can't speak and you are mising things, and those things are important, right? So I didn't mind her starting school now that she's 3, because I knew that she can communicate her feelings, even tell the teacher if something is not making her happy. She can communicate with her peers in a way that makes sense, you know what I mean? So this year we made the decision to take her to crash, and for me, I thought like it's just like bye, go to crash, guys, yo. And remember, I still needed to come down from going home, and now already I have to send a child to school, right? And so the preparations were not bad, because for the most part I bought most of the things that were required from the school last year when I was doing my Black Friday shopping, because at that time we were done with school fees, everything was done, but the only thing that was not done was just her going to school, right? So in preparation to everything, it was fine until now it was time for me to take her to school, and it's like, oh my god, this is so hard, like this is so sad. Like it's like, you are not throwing your baby away because you did your homework, you did the due diligence to ensure that the school meets your expectations and you like everything about the school, but still it just feels like, oh my goodness, I pray and I hope my child is met with the same kindness that she exhibits, because like when you grow your child, you grow them in a cocoon, and it's like, oh my gosh, You know, my child has this thing where she likes it when she's dressed up nicely and we say wow and all of that, right? And so what if she goes to school and the teachers just stare at her and she's wearing like a nice dress that she believes everyone must say wow to that? So it's like you're opening your child up to disappointments. Yo guys, it was a lot. So even that was just like quang 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 quang. And I was just like, oh my god, like my baby, oh, I'm ready but I'm not ready, you know. But also with her going to crash, you guys, came a lot of freedom, right? Time guys, time, which is something that I've never had in the past how many years? 3 years, right? I am confronted with so much time where I can be in my thoughts, and someone will think, oh my god, you got what you finally wanted, and oh my gosh, no. Be careful what you wish for, because it's almost time for my daughter to pick up and I'm still here trying to finish up this video. My phone cut again, and again I had said a lot of things that I need to say again, and I just hope I'm going to be able to articulate them better, you know, than I had articulated them before. It's okay, let's do it. Okay, so I think I last spoke to you guys where I was like, sometimes you think some things would mean so much to you, and when you get them, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe that this is what I actually thought I needed, right? So for me, I thought like being in my own feelings, having the time to just think and, you know, be creative and all of that. For me, I thought like when my child goes to school, yo, I'm going to edit, I'm going to like crazy and quang 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 quang. Like, but I will still say that God is very intentional with how he covers us, or like how he places us in situations to protect us. Because for me, when I got pregnant with my child, I got pregnant and I had my child in the same year that I lost my sister. And so first of all, like when you come from a child-headed family, we're not kids. We just don't have parents, right? So it's that thing you will see when there is a loss, you have to carry everything that comes with losing someone. You have to carry it yourself. So the time to be like, you would see it later. So for me, I was like, okay, I will prolong my grief to later. I'll fall apart later when everything has happened. And when I was like ready to fall apart, like my schedule was now like, cool, we can fall apart now, then I found out I was pregnant. And so with my pregnancy, one of the weirdest things that came with my pregnancy was the fact that I was laughing at almost every single thing. If you think I love laughing, you should have met me when I was pregnant, because anything and everything, I'm one person that hates those videos that are intended to make you laugh, right? But when I was pregnant, boy oh boy, I was laughing for Africa. Everything made me laugh, and I think God intentionally gave me that symptom to protect me from dwelling into my grief, because Lord, hold and behold, I'm sure it was going to be horrific, like at the time, because it's 3 years later and it still feels so bad. But I'm sure if it was fresh, it would have been worse, you know. Hence why I'm saying God is so intentional with covering us and just ensuring that, you know, he protects us from things that he knows can break us, you know. So now this year I've just been confronted with a lot of time, and with the time came a lot of sad feelings, like a lot of dwelling into grief and just feeling like, oh my goodness, like like I think I was going and going, like, because in the same month, on the 17th, I lost my bonus dad, who was my brother, the person that raised us to be the people that we are today. Passed away on the 17th of Feb in 2011, right? So the whole month was just like, yo, but we are going, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I am floating in the air. I have no direction. Like if you pull me this way, I'll go. If you pull me this way, it was a lot. It was literally a lot. I think I the last time I was so passionate about not wanting to leave was probably like maybe like 4 years back or something like that. And I not to scare anyone, but the way that I was feeling in the beginning of this year, felt like that. Like it literally felt like that. And I was like, I think my biggest prayer to God was, you put me here, please take me out. And only He can take me out. And He did. Like, we are here now, we are not well, we're still blocked and congested and all of that. And guys, grief has a weird way of making you sick physically. Like it has a weird way of making you feel sick. Like I was sick. I remember this other day, and I think I had told myself that this year we're not dwelling. So I was like, you know what, I'm good. I was collapsing. I was getting paralyzed in ways that I was like, what's actually going on? And I was like, actually, it's the day before my bonus dad's date, and this is why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, you know. And so I get physically sick when I'm going through grief. So I have no desire to show up, to show off, to laugh or anything like that. And what taking our child to crash has made me realize is the fact that, oh my God, my life is engulfed with so much grief, and my child was the biggest distraction and the biggest blessing to cover me from experiencing grief at its magnitude. Because even now I know it's okay, this is my schedule for going through it. When it's time for her to come back from school, I need to be happy, I need to be excited that she's back, I need to know what she got up to at school and how it was for her, you know what I mean? So again, I would say God is so intentional, because how did He know that this little girl is going to save me so much from having crazy thoughts, you know? So yeah, and I think that is basically it. I feel like I said it better in the previous clip because I was more emotional. Now I'm just running through it very swiftly and very quickly, because I'm also trying to finish, because it's almost time for my child to come back home, and I don't want her to come back home and I'm busy, because I feel like her going to school gives me the freedom to do whatever it is that I want to do. And when she comes back, I need to like talk to her and find out how she is, how her day was, what did she get up to, how was ballet and all of that. And the transition to crash has just been so beautiful. It has been beautiful because my child's social skills are improving. Like she's so social now. Like, oh my gosh, now she's integrated with understanding that there's other people. Even sharing is like a lot better. Even, you know what I mean? It's like going to Sunday school. You guys, my child goes to Sunday school and she has a good time. Like she wants to go to Sunday school now. Like, you know what I mean? The same child who was making me want to stop going to church is the same child now who's like, let's go, I want to go to Sunday school, I can't wait to go to Sunday school, I love going to Sunday school, which is so beautiful to see, because like, oh my God, like motherhood, my dear, you get better all the time, but you get worse, you know, if that makes sense. So yeah, and I saw a post from someone, and the person was saying, oh my God, if someone had to come back and give you, so the post was saying, if it happens that you lose your memory and someone has to come and refresh your memory about who you are, who would better assist you in terms of who you are? And it got me thinking, because I saw that like this thing is not deep for a lot of people, but to me it's so deep, right? Because I'm a surface level person. Like I'm very surface level. I think even when I went to therapy, like my psychiatrist was always like, girl, stop it. Like you use the word hour. we a lot. Like sometimes it's just about you, like speak about yourself, about your experiences yourself, and you can go as deep as you want to go. And I think eventually we arrived at a conclusion that I can't go deeper because I'm a surface level person, and to an extent it's just that, like, sometimes I can't explain how I feel, like dearly and honestly I cannot explain how I feel. And also sometimes I feel like you won't understand it, you will misinterpret what I said, and that will piss me off. You know, you will take me out of context and that will piss me off. So it's just that thing, it's so difficult to go deep because also I don't want to trigger myself. Some things are better left unsaid, left unspoken about, left, like, just leave them there, let them lie and just leave them there. So the answer to that for me is no one can truly remind me what I've been through in this life. No one alive can, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's, for me, it's fine. It is what it is. I've retired from YouTube. This is why I retired from YouTube. I zaahndile.mhlonga took the decision to step away from YouTube because I felt like the energy I was bringing out was not being reciprocated back. I felt like I was pouring so much of myself and I was not getting anything in return, right? And I know that, like, you have to sweat and you have to work and all of that, but I felt like I was working too hard and I was not getting anything in return. And so, like, sometimes I'll push through me not feeling well to try and edit a vlog so I can take it out, and so you guys can feel like, oh my gosh, she's so consistent, right? And I felt like, no, it wasn't working for me. And so right now I am giving all of you guys the opportunity to be executive directors of this show, to be wearing the content creative hat of this show, and you guys are going to give me the directive as to where do we need to go, what do we need to go, and what do we need to do, and when do we need to do it. Because I feel like, for me, if we are going to sit down here and say, oh my gosh, but you're not consistent. Yeah, but there was a time where I was so consistent and nothing was happening. So what do you mean? Because if you are consistent for the whole year and nothing is happening, are you going to be motivated to be consistent? No, I'm not. You know what I mean? So it was just that thing. I feel like I am pouring my heart out. Creating YouTube content is very hard. It's time consuming. It's exhausting. It requires data. It requires an editing software that you need to pay a monthly fee for, right? But doing all of that and you're not getting anything is very, very difficult. So I got to a point where I was like, Anna, guys, when I am calculating, it is not making sense. I'm not pushing through my grief to build something that is going to hurt me. So it got to a point where YouTube was breaking my heart. And for me, I live spaces that break my heart. I'm one person that loves living things that are breaking my heart because I don't like hurting myself when I can see that I am hurting myself. So I just got to that point and I felt like, no man, it's not working for me. And a lot of you would have seen that I'm so consistent on Facebook, on TikTok, and that is just because I am getting my time's worth. I am getting rewarded for putting in the work that side. I think one thing that pissed me off more than anything, and this is not you guys' fault, by the way, I'm just venting out my frustrations to you guys, especially you guys that watch my content, right? My biggest frustration was the fact that when I filmed my child's birthday vlog, I intentionally I intentionally captured content for YouTube, right? And when I did that whole go watch my vlog on YouTube for TikTok and Facebook, guys, people were loving that video. They were loving it, they were watching it, they were engaging with it. But on YouTube, it is literally sitting on 112 views, guys. Anyway, it's sitting on 112 views, and it's been there for how long now? For a month, 2 months? I don't know how long it has been there for. So it feels like I am screaming in an empty hall, and everything comes echoing back to me. No one is listening, so they can clap. Because when you are screaming and shouting and there's an audience, they clap. and they encourage you, and they're excited, and they share with their family, and they share with their friends. So for me, I'm at a predicament where I'm just like, oh my goodness, like where am I supposed to go? Because guys, I have not been consistent I abandoned TikTok and Facebook, because for me TikTok and Facebook are one platform. Because if you go to my TikTok and my Facebook, I post the same things, right? And that's okay, and I can film 4 videos or 3 videos and edit them on the same day and post them on the same day, and it's fine. But here, guys, I have to take footage days and days and days. I have to edit days. I have to post. Even uploading a video on YouTube takes hours, guys. It takes hours. So it just feels like, oh my goodness, why am I abandoning things that are actually giving me incentives? Like, why am I abandoning them, you know? So now I'm just like, over to you guys. What do you guys think must happen here? What do you guys think must happen? I don't want to post shorts, because I don't want people that are going to subscribe to my channel and then they are not going to they're not going to interact with my long form content, because I love YouTube for creating long form content. And that's why I stopped duplicating my shorts from TikTok to YouTube, because I felt like I am literally getting so many subscribers that do not care about me. That's why I am on 700 and something subscribers, but I get 100 views, right? And so even if I were to get monetized today, I post 4 vlogs in a month, each one getting 100 views. I'm going to get 400 views. Wala, 100,000 views give you 3,000 rand. So how much am I going to get paid, guys? I'm not going to get paid anything. So that's why I am so discouraged to post on YouTube. I feel like it is wasting my time. It is not giving me anything in return. With YouTube, you edit a video, you finish it. I was frustrated because I was done editing a video. I uploaded it. It said copyright, but that's a song that I've been using on my content for a long time. Now I need to go and look for more music. That is time as well, when I can just post on TikTok and do a voiceover and I'm done. You know what I mean? So I'm at that point where I'm like, like, what does YouTube want from me? Like, hello. And then as much as I love creating for YouTube, I cannot create in vain, guys. I can't create in vain. My child is in crash always requires that you buy something. So if you see me active on Facebook, it's because I am making money. No, but I'm making something. Even if I were to make 200 on YouTube a month, that's okay, because I'm making something. I am encouraged to create, because I know it's okay. 200 times 12, what December I'll have 2,400 rands. But at this point, the math is not making sense. I have been on YouTube for 3 years now, and I have nothing to show but thumbnails on thumbnails and hard work on hard work, which is what, guys? I'm not gonna go to the shops. You know what this sounds like now?
Pathological liar. It's a pathological liar. Like, yo, I am in disbelief.
This is pissing me off. I'm so upset. I am so upset. Literally, I am so upset. I am so upset. I'm not joking with you guys. You see, I can't even speak, but I came here to address you guys. This is a public address. This is a public, what did I call it? What is that thing? Yes, this is a public address, you guys. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm tired. I don't know what to do. So guys, please interact. Tell me what you want me to do. What you think is it that I'm doing wrong? Why do you think YouTube hates me like this? Like, why do you think I'm not getting the views? Why do you think I'm not getting people coming to my space to subscribe to my channel? What wrong thing am I doing? Because that's why I stopped posting content, because I'm like, clearly my content sucks, and that's why people are not watching it. You know what I mean? Like, sure, guys, I'm ready to take it. I'm ready to listen to you guys, because I love this platform. I really do. And if there is a way we can save it, we can save it together. So you guys must tell me, what is it that I need to do? I don't have stories of me going to clubs and whatnot. I don't have those stories. I don't have them. I can't lie. I don't want to lie. I don't want to be fabricating stories so you guys can come to my channel and expect me to be funny, or expect me to be expect me to be this person that I'm not, and under false pretense. Like, what I'm giving you is who I am, and when I have to act and perform, then it takes away from me being authentic to who I am. You know, I don't have stories where I was stranded, where I don't have those stories. I don't have them, unfortunately, and that is just me, and that is just the life that I have lived, and it's okay. So what do you guys want from me? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my rant from A to Z. If you've made it to this part of my vlog, please comment down below anything. If you guys comment, YouTube would think, oh my gosh, she's interesting, let us suggest her videos to someone else. Please do that. If you have family and friends, please just tell them to subscribe to my channel. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Angazi chef TV. Oh, and it's TV, guys. Like, wow. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on my next so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to also give you guys, remember, I'm asking you guys, what do I need to do? That's the first question. The second question is, did you miss me? These are the comments that you have to respond to. The third question is, what is it that you guys would like me to do with the content that I've already shot, right? I'm in the process of editing most of them, right? I have a couple that are done being edited now. Do you want me to post every day after I've posted this video? I can do that. And if you want me to do that, what time? Do you want me to skip a day? And if you want me to do that, what time? How many days? What do you want? Tell me, and I will follow those instructions. But all the content that you are going to see is content that was shot last year and early this year, and that is it. I'll see you guys on my next video. Hopefully when I take this video out, you guys are going to encourage me, and I will feel the oomph to try again, but with your advice as to what is it that I need to do, taking into consideration the fact that nyakula, guys, nyakula, and I'm here to say, guys, subscribe back. Oh, I'm joking, guys. Bye. I love you guys so much. Everyone that has watched my vlog from I know there are people that are here that have been watching me, that have been commenting, and I appreciate you guys so much. Ningatzinwa, please, ningatzinwa. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.